This is Mike. Mike makes stuff, as some of you may very well know. Now, it was at this moment, as he opens his mouth, that I knew I had to stop him and save you from the atrocious audio that his equipment decided to record for this week's video. I mean, look at him. He looks ridiculous right now. At any rate, I will be taking over the narration of this week's video. And believe me, you're thankful that I am.
It's right about this moment when Mike is explaining to you that he visited an individual who was giving away a portable space heater, as they could not get the device to energize. Thankfully, thoughtful of the recent polar temperatures, Mike was able to locate some minor loose wiring and repair the heater, then donate it to a person locally in need of heat for their home. At least, in that regard, he managed to do something right. During his interaction while retrieving the heater, the conversation turned to a small child's bed which had somehow been demolished. The provider of the heater also asked if he would be interested in attempting to repair the bed. Mike declined, but accepted the wooden slats that previously made up the underframe that held the mattress in the child bed. He is now telling you how he will turn these discarded wooden pieces into an angular planter, and that he will be challenging himself, as well as your belief in the importance of precision, in building this planter without a single measuring device. No rulers, no tape measures, nothing to give him methods of measuring anything. I'm sure you can imagine this is going to go swimmingly.
I have no idea why he's decided to toy with my voice, but here we are. I suppose I should continue and ignore his ridiculous foolishness. As you can clearly see, he has turned his attention to the table saw. I am saving you a lot of drudgery here, letting you know that he is speaking about one simple thing that could have been summed up this easily. He is going to cut off the screw holes from each of the 12 boards. I know that you guys are providing quite a bit of charity, listening to him rabble on about something so obvious. Trust me, you and I are in the same hell. We're gonna make it through this. Let's see if we can make it through together.
Let me. Oh, time to play with my voice again. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to play some music while you guys watch him finish up here.
It's my favorite part of the video. The part where I get to point out that he lied. Yes, you did. Just admit it, you are a human, and unfortunately, you have the setback of being incapable of honesty. You can give me any voice you want, but in the end, you are just a big poopy-headed liar, as humans would say.
I really don't care. You can make me sound like Janice from Friends for all I care. Just tell them that you lied, and that you have a bevel gauge, and you're gonna use that to get a consistent angle on your pieces. And stop being a stinky doo-doo head liar pants on fire. And tell him that you totally botched up the part where you said you were gonna challenge yourself and not use any measuring tools. That's what I thought. Punk.
I'm picking the voice going forward. What he is using is a bevel gauge, and even though he lied to you, he is going to only use it so that he can keep the same angle on each of the pieces. I mean, technically he still hasn't measured anything, but I just think it's a bit shysty to not call it out.
What he is trying to show is that he just picked an arbitrary angle that he thought looked good, and has locked that in. Now, he will use that same angle on each piece going forward so that everything references to one another and remains true. Tracing would accomplish the same thing.
Oops, music stopped. 1 second, I got it. Mike, you just try not to screw anything else up. Oh, relax, Grandpa, it's just a different genre. It was sounding like a quinceañera in here. Well, I'm glad I have your approval. And nobody says dig anymore. You're such a boomer. To get back to what I'm doing, as you can see, he used the cutoffs as spacers to get a consistent spacing between the 3 boards. Then he'll use the bevel gauge and transfer the angle onto him for a future operation on the table saw. Again, this is entirely arbitrary and none of it really matters in the end other than your personal aesthetic preference and remaining consistent. I gotta agree with Mike in that we both hope this serves to take some anxiety off any of you who want to try something like this but you're too worried that you can't be accurate enough executing your ideas. Remember, consistent is greater than accurate. And fear builds nothing, so give it a shot and give yourself room to mess up.
Yeah, no. We aren't doing that. We already know what happens when you try to produce the video. Leave it alone.
Now that things have seemed to settle a bit, we can continue. Mike is beginning to get tired, so I am gonna try to take it from here. He has completed the cutting of the short ends, and has made 4 corner pieces to attach the 12 pieces together, and will begin the assembly process. These are the points he wished to convey to you as he moves on. First, it's not advised to pursue woodworking or any other shop tasks while fatigued. Please do not emulate what he is doing. Secondly, if someone were, hypothetically, in a situation where they were tired and may have difficulty keeping multiple parts straight, use some sort of labeling system to ensure that you assemble the correct pieces. As he moves through the process, he is using a drill and a countersink to create a relief for the screws that will fasten the planter together. Failure to do so will result in the screw not driving into the wood, but pushing it aside as it sinks, causing your wood to split. He then drives a single screw into each corner, allowing him to rotate pieces and adjust as needed during the final assembly. Once dry fit is complete, he will then use his brad nailer to attach the 4 corner pieces, and connect the 3 assemblies to each other.